Good morning and welcome to the Millionaire Mindset Book Club. I'll get my splash screen up here in the next day or so. I have been remiss. I've been off for a while. My plan at the beginning of the year was to turn this into a podcast, but that didn't really work out. And a podcast really doesn't lend itself to the book club the way that I envision a book club. I envision a book club as being a little bit interactive, having the ability for people to make comments and to share their input when it comes to the book. And so anyway, I decided that this was the perfect time. When's Confucius said, when's the perfect time to plant a tree? It was 20 years ago. When's the second best time to plant a tree? Today. So today is the best time for us to start the Millionaire Mindset Book Club again. I'm going to start with Unlimited Power by Tony Robbins. This is an older book, probably still in print, but you probably get it on Kindle or audiobook, whichever the case may be. There are 104 days left in 2023. Can you believe that? 104 days left, only 99 days left till Christmas, something like that. 98 days left till Christmas. But since my audience is primarily real estate agents, a lot of the references in here will be to real estate related stuff, but that's not, anybody can join, anybody can watch Millionaire Mindset Book Club. So the reason I said that is because as a real estate agent, the production that you have today, the contracts that you have under escrow today, the listings that you have, the buyer reps that you have are a result of what you did 60, 90, 100 days ago. If you want to kick off 2024, if you want 2024 to start with a bang, right? The contracts, the buyer rep agreements, the listing agreements, all of the stuff that you have in January of 2024 is going to be based on the work that you do in the next 104 days. Okay, so the format of this book club is it's about 15 minutes long, 15 to 20 minutes long. We do it every day, fired up at 5:45 in the morning. It is a great way to start your day by covering one chapter of a book, right? The goal of the book club is to get you to read, right? Jim Rohn says, if you can read, if you should read, and if you don't read, you are on the wrong track, right? Can read, should read, don't read, you're on the wrong track. So we're going to kick it off. The way that the book club works is as we go through a chapter, I highlight the things that stand out to me. If you've ever read 80-20 Sales and Marketing by I just drew a blank on his name. Perry Marshall. 80-20 Guide to Sales and Marketing by Perry Marshall, or the 80-20 Principle by Richard Koch. You'll know that 80% of whatever you learn will come from 20% of the content. And so what I do is I highlight the things that stand out to me. I encourage you to do the same thing. If the things that stand out to you are different than the things that stand out to me, that's where we can have a little bit of discussion. So in chapter 1, the commodity of kings, what is the commodity of kings? It's power, right? Power is the commodity of kings. Tony Robbins, Tony, my good buddy Tony, right? I say it like he's my friend. He says, success is the ongoing process of striving to become more. It is the opportunity to continually grow emotionally, socially, spiritually, physiologically, intellectually, financially, while contributing in some positive way to others. The road to success is always under construction. It is progressive. It is not an end to be reached, right? The purpose of this book is to share with you what made the difference in changing Tony Robbins' life for the better, right? And so, and potentially giving you the ability to change your life for the better. We live in an age where information is just unbelievably available to us, right? Many people are able to achieve wondrous things almost overnight. It always seems like almost overnight. But in fact, it takes time, right? It takes time. And so I said that the commodity of kings was power. Power is an emotional word. Don't think of power as something that you impose upon others. Think about power as something that you share with other people, not impose upon other people. So the question that you might want to ask yourself is, how much power do you want? How much power do you think is right for you to obtain? And what does power really mean to you? Power is a constant in the world. It is always there, right? You shape your perceptions of what's going on in the world, or somebody else shapes them for you, right? You do what you want to do, or you respond to somebody else's plan for you. Tony Robbins says that ultimate power is the ability to produce the results that you desire the most and to create value for others in the process. It is the ability to change your life, to shape your perceptions, to make things work for you and not against you. Real power is shared, not imposed. Remember, I said that already. It is the ability to define human needs and fulfill them, both your needs and the needs of other people, right? It is the ability to direct your own personal kingdom, your own thought processes, your own behavior, so that you produce the precise results that you desire, right? So one of the most powerful, or one of the largest sources of power is derived from specialized knowledge, right? Remember, I told you Jim Rohn said, can read, should read, don't read. You're on the wrong track, right? Can read, should read, that can read, do read, right? That's the right track, right? And read about whatever it is you want to read about. Jim Rohn says, you want to be successful, study success. You want to be wealthy, study wealth. You want to be happy, study happiness, right? Knowledge is specialized knowledge, allows you the ability to be powerful. It does not make you powerful, right? It does not make you powerful. Even in this information age, information is not enough, right? If all we needed were ideas and positive thinking, then we would have all had ponies when we were children, right? We would all be living our dream lives right now, right? The thing that makes specialized knowledge powerful is action. Action is the true power switch, if you will, right? You got all this knowledge running through the wires, right? But until you flip that switch that releases the action, none of the knowledge is all backed up, right? It's all backed up there. The literal definition of the word power is the ability to act, right? So what we do in life is determined by how we communicate to ourselves. So in the modern world, the quality of life is the quality of communication, right? The greatest gift that extraordinarily successful people have over the average person is their ability to get themselves to take action, right? So this book is about taking the kinds of massive, focused, congruent actions that lead to overwhelming results, right? Congruent actions. Your actions have to be in line with what it is you're trying to accomplish, right? Before you can produce new results, however, you must first realize that you're already producing results. They just might not be the results that you desire, right? Jeff Olson, in his book, The Slight Edge, talks about the power of small things done consistently over time, right? Small things done consistently over time create results. They can be positive results. They can be negative results, right? Eat one donut every day, right? Day one, you don't notice a big difference. Day two, you don't notice a difference. Day 100, day 500, big difference, right? Either a positive difference or a negative difference, right? Eat the donut, don't eat the donut, right? Tony Robbins says people who have attained excellence follow a consistent path to success that he calls the ultimate success formula, right? And the first step is to know your outcome and define precisely what you want. All of the books, it doesn't matter who you read, they all say the same things. They just say them in different ways, right? The number one thing that you need to be successful is clarity. You got to know where you're going. You got to know why you want to go there, right? The first step of Tony Robbins' ultimate success formula is know your outcome, define precisely what you want. The second step, take action. Otherwise, your desires are always just going to be dreams. Keeping in mind that the actions that we take don't always produce the results we desire. And so the third step is to develop the acuity to recognize the kind of responses that you're getting from the actions that you're taking, and to note as quickly as possible whether they're taking you closer or farther away from your goals, right? So, okay, let's do this. But if it's not working, we need to recognize it's not working. And the fourth step is to develop the flexibility to change your behavior until you get what you want. So I'm moving down the road and it's not taking me where I want to go. It's not taking me where I want to go. I need to be flexible enough to change my direction, right? But number one thing, you got to have a target, right? Target, because you can't hit the target if you don't have one. People that succeed are committed to changing and being flexible until they create the life that they desire, right? On page 16, this is if you have the book, right? If you're reading, if you're the Kindle or the audiobook, obviously that won't do it. He talks about the 7 triggering mechanisms that ensure your success, right? And so we're gonna cover these real fast. I guess that's pretty much the end. We'll probably go over a couple of minutes. Trait number 1, passion. You got to have a passion for whatever it is you do, whether it's selling real estate, selling whatever, working at McDonald's. I don't care what it is, right? You got to have a passion for it. Passion gives life power and juice and meaning, right? There is no greatness without a passion to be great, right? If you're in real estate, I want a passion to be great. I want to be number 1, right? Doesn't make any difference whether you aspire to be an artist, a scientist, a parent, a businessman, whatever it is, passion. Trait number 2, belief. You got to believe that you can accomplish it, right? Golly, guys, look at some of the people that are successful in the world today and think about how much better they're so much better. They're not any better than you, right? They're not any better than you, but they believe that they can be successful, right? So if you believe, you can be, you can be successful. Belief is a big part of it, right? But you have to believe that you can be successful, right? Number 3, strategy. Strategy is a way of organizing your resources, right? So you can have a plan, but you got to have a strategy to get there, right? Steven Spielberg decided he wanted to become a filmmaker. He mapped out a course that would lead to the world that he wanted to conquer, right? Here's my goal. I got to have steps to follow. That's my strategy, right? Steven Spielberg figured out what he wanted to learn, who he needed to know, and what he needed to do, right? He had passion, he had belief, and he had a strategy to make those things work, right? Trait number 4, clarity of values, right? Values are your belief system that allow you to make the right judgments, right? The judgments we make about what it is that makes life worth living, right? A lot of people don't have a clear vision of what's important to them. Trait number 5, energy, right? You got to have energy. Energy can be driven by passion. It can be driven by belief, right? But if you're working all day and then you don't have the energy, you got to find it someplace, right? You got to find the energy. I ask people that are coming into real estate part-time, how committed are you? What are you willing to give up? What are you willing to do, right? You work all week and now you're going to go do open houses and show houses on Saturdays and Sundays. You got to have that energy to do that, right? Trait number 6, bonding power. All successful people have in common an extraordinary ability to bond with others, right? Keep in mind that a lot of times the things that we do to be successful it's not just us, right? Sometimes you got to team up with other people, right? The greatest success is in the deepest recesses of your own heart. It's not on the stage, right? Deep down, everybody needs to form lasting, loving bonds with other people. And then trait number 7, the mastery of communication. The way we communicate with others, the way we communicate with ourselves ultimately determines the quality of our lives, right? That is so true, right? We've been talking the last few weeks about focus, right? I've been talking about focus and the things that you focus on, right? If you say I can't do something, right? Your mind is like a supercomputer. Your mind is like Google, right? When you do a search, if you search in your mind and say, I can't do it, your mind is going to start thinking about all the things you can't do. Put this powerful stuff in there. I want you, this is an extra homework thing. Go to YouTube and do a search for Jim Rohn, Rohn, Jim Rohn. And there's a video called Never Give Up. It's a motivational speech, right? It's really Jim Rohn talking. That's where I came up with where I heard him say, can read, should read, don't read, you're on the wrong track, right? Watch that video. It's 19 minutes long, and use that to jumpstart your day. So this has been, and it is, the Millionaire Mindset Book Club back on. I'm recording these, so I'll post them in the Millionaire Mindset Book Club Facebook group. And remember, 104 days left in 2023. Let's kick some butt and make 2024 our best year ever. See you soon.